Chito Ferdinand here for a video about the most desired anamorphic adapters of all times, the Iscorama Pre-36 and the 36 itself. They are so similar that I'm gonna have a single video to cover both in spite of not having an actual Iscorama 36 at hand here. Oh, and the Iscorama Cinegon also falls in the same category as an almost identical lens. These were the first adapters released by Isco Optics, and needless to say they were a huge success, leading to the Iscoramas 42 and 54 as well as the Iscorama 2000 series. And what's the difference between the 36 and the Pre-36? Well, the 36 is an independent adapter, while the Pre-36 came first paired with a cheap 50mm with focus set to infinity. The original taking lens could be an Exacta, Nikon F, M42 or Minolta SR mounts. As all the other Iscoramas, the 36 has a rear element diameter of 36mm. The Pre-36 and the Cinegon are a little smaller at 30mm. And the coatings are also a little different. While the Pre-36 and the Cinegon rendering orange warm flares, and the 36 has a little less prominent flare. Part of the Iscorama family, they are the smallest ones, compact and lightweight at 400 grams. The front thread is 72mm, the rear thread is 49mm, and again you can either use specialized clamps or just stack step rings and make it work. The protruding rear element is also a great feature that allows you to bring the front of the taking lens really close to the anamorphic adapter. The stretch factor is 1.5, which leads to a 2.66:1 aspect ratio while shooting on a 16:9 sensor. Alignment is set by pressing those two buttons here and then rotating the front of the lens, or the back, or well, just rotating it. As its big brothers, minimum focus stands at 2 meters. But there are a few hacks to bring it closer, like to 1.5 or a little shorter than that. But they usually lead to unscrewing the front element. Can be a little dangerous. Focus follows the standard Iscorama operation. You just set the taking lens to infinity and do all the focusing on the Iscorama itself. The lens body, though, has several parts made out of plastic, which is great for weight, but terrible for long-term durability. It's quite common to find units with stiff focus or even harder alignment, just damaged bodies. It's sad. The reason this is the holy grail of the anamorphic adapters is due to a series of factors. First, it's lightweight. Second, flares are beautiful and easy to achieve. Third, it packs quite the punch in terms of image quality, even at the fastest apertures. Recently, thanks to the increasing numbers of single focus solutions out there, Iscoramas are popping more and more in the market. eBay is still the most usual place, but you can also check forums such as EOS HD and the DVX user marketplace. Prices are still as high as ever, around $3,500, and every once in a while you see one for a bargain at something around $2,000. So keep an eye out. It's still expensive, but it's almost half the price. In terms of resolution, a killer image quality is one of the main reasons people are so greedy about this adapter. Great performance even at f1.4 with its ICE lenses. This baby's flares are orange and warm. It knocks out of the park when compared with its multi-coated siblings like the 42 and the 54. It has the classic look of the desired anamorphic flare. It's large, organic, multi-layered and with a long streak. Designed to cover 50mm and up on full-frame sensors, it starts to vignette shortly below that, becoming totally unusable at 35mm. Also, when you put on diopters, they vignette a little bit on the corners. I have no complaints about this lens. It's simple to use and it's sharp to the point that I didn't need to keep triple checking focus all the time. Rack focusing is possible and very smooth, and the resulting image has a very organic and dreamy feel about it. The 1.5 stretch is enough to make the oval bokeh become more pronounced. Minimum focus at 2 meters was the only issue, but still solved swiftly thanks to my large arsenal of diopters. If the 54 wasn't great for run and gun, this one definitely plays the part, being small and light. there's not much more to say. Its world use is very similar to the other Iscoramas. Before wrapping this up, I'd like to thank my friend Rob Bannister for letting me have the lens to shoot this review. You most definitely can rent this Iscorama Pre-36 at creativecamerarentals.com. Next week, I'm gonna talk about the rehousing job offered by Diemen in the UK, which transforms this tiny little thing into an artillery shell. Subscribe now if you haven't yet to receive the future updates, and head on to my blog for more anamorphic goodness. One last thing, I'm trying to grow the channel by putting up more content, having more reviews, and your feedback plays a great part in that, as well as helping me reaching a larger audience. So share the videos in groups, social media, email lists, whatever. And I really appreciate your help, so thank you for watching, and I'll meet you next week. Verdens out.